everyone, welcome back to Geek Out Japan. If you are new around here, my name is Kaylee. So last video we were based in Yokohama, but for today we are now in Kawasaki, and I actually live around here. So it's kind of nice that we're gonna go explore Kawasaki. We're gonna go to a store called Super Bazar. I think we've been there before in some previous videos, but we're gonna go to one based in Kawasaki. It's really big, and we're gonna see what kind of anime stuff that we can find. Let's see if we can find some figures and the SH figure arts, and we'll see what other kind of treasures we can find too, all right? Okay, so let's take a taxi and let's go. My favorite ramen place over here. So this is Ichiran. This is a very famous ramen in Japan. Normally Ichiran, there's like a line of people, but in Kawasaki, the lines are like, there's barely any lines, which is great. And it's not super long. It doesn't take a long time to go in. I often go here maybe like once every 3 months. I don't eat it often. I love ramen, but I'm not a huge ramen fan. It hurts my stomach. But this is probably one of my favorite places, definitely. If you guys do have time coming to Japan, I would recommend visiting. All right, so we're gonna go take a taxi now. We're gonna head straight to Super Bazar. I think, hi. We'll head over there now. Okay guys, so we finally made it to book off Super Bazar right here. If you guys are interested in visiting this store, we will leave a description below about where you can find it, the address, the location. It's about like a 10-minute drive, 20-minute walk from Kawasaki Station, so it's not too far. You can also take a couple train lines like the Kawasaki, KQ Kawasaki Daishi line, if I remember correctly. But this is actually going to be my first time going into the store, so this will be very surprising for me, and I'm super excited. It's a little bit bigger than the one at Kawasaki Station, so why don't we go check it out and compare? So many. I love how there's like a little gachapon section here. That's so cute. Although I don't really see, I see a lot more like cutesy stuff. So, and like some Disney right here for any Disney fans on this channel. I'm trying to see if I can find any anime. Oh, we do have Pokemon, so that's good. That's something anime right here. We got Pokemon. Trying to think what else. Any like maybe mainstream anime that we can find. A lot of Kamen Rider. I haven't seen this anime before. It looks interesting though. Has anyone ever seen this anime? It kind of looks similar to Power Rangers. Like this is like the Japanese Power Rangers right here. It looks really cool. Some more Pokemon stuff. That's so cool. Although there's only 3. We got Dragonite, we got Gardevoir, and who's this one? I need to know who this one is because I don't think I've had him in any of my original Pokemon games I played. I only played up to Generation 5, so I'm not sure if this is a newer kind of Pokemon. Oh, Splatoon! That's actually a really popular game in Japan, Splatoon. Has anyone played Splatoon? It's like a paint fighting game. Kind of reminds me a little bit like Fortnite, but they do it with like paintbrushes, which is so cool. Trying to think. Oh, and also Black Butler. So it's not an action anime, as you can tell, but it's more for kind of like a mystery drama anime. So I haven't watched it, but I know so many of my female friends who are fans of it. They really like Black Clover. If anyone likes Black Clover, please let me know. All right, I think we found it. Okay, come this way. Come. Yes! All right, first thing I find, of course, my husband Marco the Phoenix right here. So this looks like it's gonna be a lot of One Piece figures. So these are Ichiban Kuji. So these are lottery figures. So you can pay a certain amount and then see if you can actually get some of these figures if you would like to, or if you want to try these games. I see a lot of, so if we look here, so I see Rayleigh, I see Momonosuke, so, and I see Luffy. Luffy is in his, this is his Vegapunk clothing right here. And I also see one of Vegapunk's clones right here. I heard she's been really popular. I believe if I remember correctly, this is supposed to be Wrath. And also, we also have, oh my god, I remember this. So I think, so we have Robin and Nami, but the Nami one here, we tried to do a, one of the claw machines. We tried to do a claw machine and we couldn't get her, but I really wanted her and I mostly wanted Robin, but I really wanted Nami too. We couldn't get her that time and I was so sad. And their prices, so Robin is a little bit more expensive than Nami. Robin is 1,320 yen, Nami is 1,100 yen. Then we also have Shanks, he is the most expensive one, a little bit shorter, 1,540. And then we also have Gear 5 Luffy right here, 1,540, so the same price as Shanks as well. Boa Hancock is over here, same price as Nami, 1,100. So we also have like these, oh, they're so cute, these tiny World Collectible figures. So most of these figures from One Piece are from the Vegapunk arc. So we got Chopper, Zoro, I also see Nami right here, I see Sanji in the back, Luffy as well, I see Lucy, and I also see Vegapunk as well, or Vegapunk's clone. Oh my god! Ichikawa from Kaiju number 8. We did a figure art unboxing of him before. This actually looks really good. Like, look at it. I really love this figure. I mean, it's not a figure art, of course, but the design looks really nice, actually. I'm kind of like, oh, I'm pretty impressed by that. Okay, so if you guys look over here, so I think I mentioned before, I am a Marvel fan. And here, they also have a lot of SH figure arts from Marvel. Spider-Man here, I see Star-Lord, Hawkeye, I see Captain America, and I'm trying to see anyone else, maybe. I see Pepper Potts in the background, question mark, why? No, I'm just kidding, she was a cool character. But, oh, and I think that's Falcon? Yeah, I see Falcon in the background too. And also, he's not an SH figure, oh, no, here he is. Iron Man, excuse me. I was pointing at the little guy, but yeah, there's one for Iron Man right here too. So some of these aren't really collectible in America. Most of them you can find here in Japan. And I think this would be a good store to find them. Reasonably good prices, but this is kind of interesting. I'm looking at Falcon again. Falcon is about 10,000 yen. Thor next to him is about 5,500 yen. And Hawkeye in the background is 5,000 yen. So the prices kind of are like very different. Captain America is 7,000, Star-Lord is about 4,000. The Mandalorian in the background, he is about 9,000 yen. So it's kind of interesting he's with the Marvel superhero people. He's technically a superhero, I guess. My favorite Joker too, the Heath Ledger Joker from The Dark Knight. He is 8,000 yen. Oh, he was my favorite. So scary, so creepy, but I loved him so much. Yeah, this is a Mafex edition, so it's not SH Figure Arts, but this is a cool figure that you guys can collect too at a pretty reasonable price. And also, if you look back behind here, I think that's a Gremlin from Gremlins 2. You guys see it? It's interesting. Did anyone grow up with Gremlins? I actually watched them a couple years ago. My dad was a huge fan of Gremlins. I saw the first movie and I was like, oh my god. It was so funny to me. But this Gremlin here is about 8,000 yen, so kind of like the same price as the Joker here. Pretty expensive for some reason. And if we look down here, we also see some other more like American media. We have, that's right, Raven. So that's Raven from Teen Titans. She is 6,050 yen. Grogu is 3,960 yen. And I'm trying to think what else we see. We see this Iron Man mask here, really cool. 13,200 yen, my god, it's so expensive. Can we open it? No, we can't open it. I was trying to open it, but I can't. Oh, and look at this, the sorting hat too from Harry Potter. Anyone a Harry Potter fan? Has anyone ever done Pottermore? Because Pottermore has like a sorting hat system where you answer questions and they can place you in your house. I've done it 2 times, and all the time I've gotten Gryffindor, which I think is great because I love Gryffindor. But I think my sister got Ravenclaw, one of my friends got Hufflepuff, but no one I know got Slytherin. I think, Francisco, I think you would be probably Slytherin, honestly. But this one is about 6,600 yen, so pretty reasonable price. I think that's really cool. This book off place has like so many different things you could see, so I'm really impressed by that. Oh my god, this looks so old school, like an old school Darth Vader. Ah, try me, push the buttons in the back to hear phrases. Let me see. Can't do it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm trying to. Okay, it's not working. Okay, I'm gonna give it a phrase really quick, alright? I find your lack of faith disturbing. Oh look, it works. Perfect. Alright. He is about, I'm trying to look for his pricing here. His price is about 2,640 yen. Pretty cheap actually. I see why it's cheap. It's because the audio is not working. Okay, so going back to One Piece again. So some of these figures here, some of these boxes, some of them are new, some of them are used. And the way you can tell is that you really have to look carefully. So, such as here, this Luffy, the king of artists, the Gear 5-2 Monkey D. Luffy figure here. You can tell this is new by how it's packaged. It looks unopened. It looks very new as well. So, and this one is about 3,000 yen. So, for something used, I think that would be, yeah, $20 too expensive. But if we look down here, so down here, these are all the used figures. So, let me try to pick. Who do I want? Let's do Kid. Kid doesn't get enough love. And also Kid Lucy, I guess, too. He doesn't get enough love as well. But these two, so if they're in plastic bags like these, then these are used, so they're being resold again. This kid is around 1,760 yen, so pretty yasui, like very cheap for a figure like this. I think the last time we saw a kid figure like this, it was maybe around like 2,000, 3,000 yen. And then we also have Lucy here, Kid Lucy. Is this bird here too? Yeah, he is. Look at it. You got like the hat and everything. You got the stand too. He's got like a little backpack. That's so cute. Let's just forget the fact that when he's older, he becomes so evil. Anyway, he is 990 yen, which is so cheap for a figure like this. Then again, he is a kid. I also see Sanji, one of my other favorite characters too, in one of his kicking positions. He is 1,320 yen. Kind of similar to Kid, but Kid is a little bit more expensive. Okay, so we just picked up some of the nice looking ones that we found. We found this one Lucy figure all put together. He is 770 yen. I think, yeah, this one is it's really tall. It looks like he doesn't attach. I don't know which company he's from though. That's the only thing. It's kind of hard to tell which company or they were made, or like what brand, or maybe what series they are from. So we found him. We also have Gear 4 Luffy right here too as well. I think this is his... No, I remember. So this is from Whole Cake Island. This is Gear 4 Luffy's snake. This is like, I think his snake form, if I remember correctly, because I do see he's wearing his Whole Cake Island outfit here. But this is really nice. This is about 1,980 yen. And I feel like the female characters aren't getting enough love. So we have this really nice figure of Boa Hancock in this beautiful dress. And I'm so jealous because I really want to dress like that actually. She's looking really gorgeous. And this one is really tall, really nice. I really love the details on it. The dress details too. This is a really nice dress. I'm really mesmerized by it. But she is about 2,420 yen. And then we also have the last one I have here is Vivi, one of my other favorite female characters from One Piece. She is 1,540 yen. Not as tall as Boa Hancock, but a pretty good price for her, I think. Although I want to know in the comments, who do you like better? Who is your favorite female character from One Piece? I do say Vivi, but also Robin is like my all-time favorite. Okay, so let's go look around a little bit more. So I see some more One Piece. This is actually a pretty heavy One Piece store in my opinion. Probably the most One Piece I've ever seen at a Super Bazaar. And similarly, I see a lot of the World Collectible figures. So a lot for the Gear 5 Luffy, Joy Boy. So I see similar prices here, except for this one. This one is like, is more like cartoonish run. So that one is 2,200 yen. I feel like this one is definitely really expensive compared to the other World Collectible figures that I see. So these are Luffy in Gear 5 again, but diorama collectibles. So we have different forms of Luffy in Gear 5. We have these two, which are very similar in pricing because they are the same. Luffy and Kaido fighting, 3,080 yen. But this one here also, the Joy Boy, the famous Joy Boy, like kind of run in the sky, 3,080 yen as well too. Really cute. And also down here, we see a lot of other figures. These seem more like the popular figures because these are more pricey than the ones that we've seen outside of these cases. So we see Luffy in his Gear 4 form. We also see, I think this one is from, yeah, that one's from Wano. I'm like looking at the clothing. This one is from Wano, 6,050 yen. And I also see another Whole Cake Island one. This one is the snake form, 6,050 yen. I think I made a mistake. So this is Gear 4 from Whole Cake Island. But I think before there was another one that we saw before then, and I said it was the snake form. It wasn't the snake form. This is the snake form. My bad, I apologize. I promise you I know my One Piece. And also here we have the 1,000 Sunny, 3,080 yen. I really love this. It's just, reminds me of like when people collect ships. You know, like those like toy model ships. It kind of reminds me of that. Although the toy model ships are probably more fragile than this one. This one is really cool. You can just see everything in the ship. You don't see the crew, but it's still really cute. We also see Ace. Although Ace isn't as expensive. This Ace here, really tall and a pretty good figure. 2,200 yen. I think reasonable price, but for this one, it's kind of interesting how cheap he is compared to the other ones. We also have Yamato here, Figure Arts Zero collection, so 8,800 yen. And we also have Zoro here, Figure Arts Zero, 4,400 yen. Yamato is a little bit more pricey. Of course, she is bigger than Zoro. And Zoro here looks absolutely badass, honestly. I love his stance right here. He looks so cool. And above him, we have Kaido. Kaido, interestingly enough, is the same price as Yamato here, Yamato Figure Arts Zero. So he's also from the Ichiban Kuji line, so the raffle line. He looks so cool. I love the details on him. His muscles are just popping. They did a really good job creating him. The details, he looks like young Kaido. It looks really cool and really nice as well. Over here, we also have another case, a lot of One Piece. So we also have Chopper figures here. We got Chopper, we got the Culture's Big line, I believe. I haven't seen this one. This one looks very old in the back. And this is 4,940 yen. We also see Chopper, the Grand Line Men. This is the 15th edition, volume 4. He is 14,000. What for that? Are you serious for that? Nande? Why? Why is he so expensive? Behind, underneath Chopper, we have, you know, the badass men over here as well. We got Jinbei, who is about 11,000. Wow. More expensive than Whitebeard? Are you serious? Wow, I'm really surprised by that. That's so insulting to Whitebeard. I can't believe that. But we have Jinbei here. He's a really huge character. But so is Whitebeard. Whitebeard here isn't as big, but he's around 3,300 yen. We have Akainu in the back too. He's 2,640 yen. Kind of similar price to Ace on the other side. We have Law, who is 5,060 yen. Kizaru in the background, 4,400 yen. Makes sense. Kizaru, in my opinion, is better than Akainu. And Zoro here, I want to ask you guys if you have this collection or where he's from. He looks similar to SH Figure Arts, but more flexible maybe. So I'm really curious whatever you guys know, please let us know in the comments below. And lastly, we also have Shanks here. Shanks, he is about 5,060 yen. Pretty tall, kind of tall as Jinbei, but less expensive. But this is a really cool one too. I don't know what line he's from. If he's from a similar line as like a Kainu maybe. They look like they might be. From what I can tell, maybe they're not. Maybe I'm just getting like my figure lines wrong, so just let me know. Please correct me. I'm more than happy to hear what you guys have to say. Speaking of Akainu and Kizaru, we also have Aokiji in the background too. He is much bigger. And we have Aokiji after he left the Marine, spoiler alert, and he is about 7,700 yen. I actually really like Aokiji. I think Aokiji is such a cool character. We also have Mihawk too. You know what's funny? I don't see a lot of Mihawk figures. Mihawk here is about 4,840 yen. And it's funny because Mihawk is considered to be like the best swordsman in One Piece. We don't know much about him. I think we're starting to now. He's such a mysterious character, especially because he has something to do with Shanks, but I think it's really interesting that we don't see so many figures of him compared to like maybe other ones too. I see more figures of basically crew members from the Whitebeard Pirates, and they were in there for like one arc, than I do Mihawk, so I think that's really interesting. And last but not least, actually Magellan is another one of my favorite characters from One Piece. I like Magellan from the Impel Downs arc, but really cool character. He is about 9,900 yen, but what's interesting is he is 9,900 yen. But if you look in the back here next to him, he's about 14,300 yen. So I think maybe this one in the back is a little bit newer. Just like, I think better condition with the other one, which is probably why they're more expensive. And I can see why he's so expensive too. He did defeat Luffy after all, so we need to put a higher price on him. He is probably an honorable antagonist, so. Okay, so really quick, last thing for One Piece. So we see a lot of little tiny figures. Most of them are all from Mega House. And we see this one, Luffy here. He is, if you remember correctly, and please, I'm not going to say who. I know who it is. But who is Luffy fighting here? Or is fighting, basically? Who is this like kind of sword, like weapon from? And like with the smoke, what power this is? I know. But tell me in the comments if you guys know, okay? And I'll let you guys know if you're right or not. Oh, we see Luffy and Ace here too. I think this is super expensive. This is about 3,300 yen. This is when they were at Marine Ford, which is so cool. We also see Zoro here as well. This is probably another expensive one. 2,200 yen. Wano Zoro here. And then we also see Luffy, 1,980 yen. This is when he met Boa Hancock, I believe. No, excuse me. This is when he was going to the New World. So this is when he was going to reunite with everyone again. The Straw Hat crew and everyone. And you see Boa Hancock and her two other sisters in the background, which is really cool. I love that. It's kind of like recreating these scenes, and I think that's really neat. You can literally buy these and recreate scenes from One Piece. Like, I would love to recreate scenes from maybe Marine Ford, especially with Marco. Although what really catches my attention are these two devil fruits, which is so like, you guys remember the one video where I did on like the one devil fruit? It was like a surprise box. This one looks like it's like the Fire devil fruit, like Ace and Sabo's devil fruit. This one looks like the Lightning devil fruit, which is the one Enel has, which I hope we see Enel again soon. That would be kind of cool. And also, oh my god, Jesus, never mind. This is the most expensive little thing we saw. Oh my god, 9,000 yen for that? A golden Thousand Sunny? Oh my god. Also, if you guys are very interested in this, not just a lot of like anime or even like gachapongs, they do have some Air Jordans here too. So I wanted to point out the Air Jordans just because it reminds you of like, you know, my favorite animes. I never had Air Jordans growing up. I've only had Nike when I played basketball, but some of these Air Jordans here, they kind of remind me a lot of like Slam Dunk, Kuroko no Basket, you know, those sports animes. And if you guys are interested in this, then there's so many to choose from. I'm trying to think if they have any prices on them. Well, this one is 30,000 yen. That is really expensive. How much is this one? 20,000 yen, okay, a little bit cheaper. This one is the most expensive one, a 62,000. Holy God, why are they so expensive? Air Max too, they also have some Air Max as well. Dunk, Air Force. Nike, oh Nike, the shoes I used to wear when I played basketball. Let's see, how much are these? I like these. This one is 17,000. Oh, not too bad actually. 17,000, and this is pretty stylish. I like it. Yeah, so if you guys are interested, just let us know below, and then maybe we can come back here next time as well. Okay, so we're so sorry. We're gonna have to end the video soon. As you can see here, there's so much more stuff that we could take a look at and talk about. The store is huge. There's like sections and rows of like so much anime coming from like Dragon Ball. There's like this huge section of Dragon Ball here. We also have some from Demon Slayer too. Some like older anime I think I saw. I think I saw one for Bleach, but I have to take a look at it again. But if you guys want us to do more videos like this, if you want us to come back here, please let us know in the comments below. We'd be more than happy to talk more about this, show you guys more of the prices. Don't look at the prices now. And no, don't look. Don't look. And also, we would love to come back here because it is such a big store and there's so much to see, a lot of good treasures to find. Let us know in the comments if you want us to return. Also, please don't forget, please hit the subscribe button if you are new around here and hit the notification bell to get more content like this. Don't forget to hit the like button just for me. And I will see you guys soon, all right? Okay, sayonara.